Manual defibrillation. First, let me mention that the physio-control default configuration for the LIFEPAK 15 monitor defibrillator is to power on in manual mode. If your 15 has been set up to power on in AED mode, access to manual mode might be conditional. It's important that you are familiar with how your defibrillator is set up and how to access manual mode on it. Okay, the 15 is on, we're in manual mode, and we have confirmed that the patient is in cardiac arrest. Place the electrodes in the anterior lateral position. Make sure the electrodes do not touch each other or lead wires, ECG electrodes, dressings, or medication patches. Be sure the entire electrode surface adheres to the skin. If you know the patient has an implanted device, place the therapy electrodes away from it if possible. If you have to reapply therapy electrodes for any reason, replace them with new electrodes. 200 joules is already selected. If you want a different energy level, press Energy Select. Choose the energy level you want. Press Charge. There's a charging tone and a charging bar. Now it's fully charged and you can see the available energy. Look around and make sure everyone is clear of the patient and anything in contact with the patient. Make sure concentrated sources of oxygen are well away from the patient's chest. Look at the screen again to confirm that the rhythm is still shockable. If it's not safe to push the shock button, you can cancel the charge by pressing the speed dial. If you don't push the shock button within 60 seconds, the defibrillator will cancel the charge automatically, and you'll see this message. In a case where you do push the shock button, the shock is delivered. Start CPR according to your protocol. To activate the CPR metronome, press CPR. The CPR metronome menu appears and the metronome is activated using the default setting Adult, no airway, 30 to 2. If you want to change the metronome setting or stop the metronome, use the speed dial to highlight and select the choices. The metronome gives you talks to time compressions and prompts for ventilation.
3, 2, 1, ventilate. Ventilate.
At the end of your CPR period, stop CPR briefly and assess the patient's rhythm. Repeat the shock sequence if necessary. For more information on the CPR metronome settings, refer to the operating instructions. Okay, let's go over a few troubleshooting tips. Now, if you have everything connected and you push the charge button, but you get this message, Connect electrodes, there may be too much patient hair, preventing good contact. Remember to shave excessive hair before applying the electrodes. Or maybe something is wrong with the therapy cable. Check your therapy cable daily using the test load provided with your defibrillator. If you have everything connected and you push the charge button, but you get this message, Connect cable, it's likely that something is wrong with the therapy cable. So again, check your therapy cable daily. If you're attempting to defibrillate but nothing happens when you press the shock button, check to see if sync is on. If it is, turn sync off and proceed with the defibrillation.